Hello, this is Pastor John with our monthly update. Well, this Monday is Memorial Day, a day when we honor our U.S. military service men and women and the many freedoms we enjoy because of the ultimate sacrifice they paid for us and our country. So this Monday, please take time to pause and offer a prayer of thanksgiving for those who gave their lives in the line of duty. If you're on site for worship this weekend, stop by one of the ministry spotlight tables and pick up a pamphlet created by the LCMS called Ministry to the Armed Forces. Okay, well, as I shared last week, COVID mandates are being lifted in our state, so our mask and social distancing guidelines have also been updated to reflect these changes. Also, pre-registration is no longer required to attend on-site worship. But please see June's newsletter for additional details. It's important to note that for the time being, these changes apply only to our weekend worship services. The requirements established by the school will remain in effect until the end of the school year, so all staff and weekday visitors will still be required to wear a mask on campus until June 10th. Speaking of worship, we've also made some adjustments to our worship service schedule. Our contemporary services will be at 9 and 11, and for now, the 10 a.m. service will be our only traditional service. Without social distancing, there is currently plenty of room for everyone in the sanctuary. However, as numbers grow, we will certainly look to add the 8 a.m. service back into the schedule. Now, while it's true that our worship services are beginning to return to normal, please know that we are still in a transition phase with Redeemer Kids. So for the time being, Redeemer Kids will continue to be offered on the second and the fourth Sundays of the month during the 11 a.m. service, and it'll be for preschoolers through those who are currently in third grade. Now, unfortunately, the nursery will still need to remain closed at this time, but thank you for your patience as we work to bring back all these different components of our ministry here at Royal Redeemer. All right, well, with all that said, let me share 3 other things that you're going to want to know. First, the Missions Garage Sale is returning on Friday, August 6th and 7th. So yay, right? If you're looking for a week of fellowship, fun, and service, this is it. Sign up on Realm or at the Mission Spotlight table in the comments. Also, in case you're wondering, children's clothing and bicycles are in good condition, continue to be hot items. So if you happen to have some of those lying around the house, we could use them. However, please note that donations will only be accepted beginning Sunday, August 1st, and then only after the last worship service, so that's at noon. So please don't drop off any items before noon that Sunday, August 1st, because they won't be accepted. Okay, so thank you, though, for your help and cooperation. For more information, just call the garage sale hotline or check out the event posting on Realm. Second, we will be holding VBS again this summer, and this year VBS will run from Monday, June 28th to Friday, July 2nd. If you'd like to help by donating some items, we could really use some individually wrapped snacks and bottled water. Also, please leave your donations at either of the ministry spotlight tables and feel free to drop them off at any time between now and July 2nd. We could also really use some additional volunteers, especially crew leaders, so if you can help in that area, please email us at vbs@royred.org. Thank you. Third, the high school youth group is kicking off summer with an outing at Mr. Divots on Wednesday, June 9th at 7 p.m. The cost is only $10, and that includes 1 round of mini golf and ice cream, which is a pretty good deal. So RSVP by Sunday, June 6th on Realm or on our website. All right, well, this weekend we're going to begin a new 4-week series on the book of Jonah. And while most of you may have heard of Jonah, you may even be familiar with his story, it's important to keep in mind that Jonah is more than just a fish tale. Actually, it's all about understanding God's will and then following it. As you can imagine, when we fight against God's will and don't follow it, well then, like Jonah, it can lead to all kinds of unnecessary heartache, regret, and disappointment. At any rate, this Sunday I'm going to look at what it means to recognize God's will and to stay on track with it so that we can enjoy the best that God has in store for our life. And that leads me to a truth worth holding. In Jonah 1, it says this: The word of the Lord came to Jonah. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah ran away from the Lord and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. Like Jonah, there are times when we run in the exact opposite direction of God's will and what He wants us to do. The good news is that in Jesus, we can experience God's grace and forgiveness, and we are turned back around so that we're pointed in the right direction again. As a result, we can then go where He would send us, do what He tells us to do, and share the love of Christ with those around us, that they might enjoy His grace and blessing too. All right, well, that's it for now. Please continue to check your email, Facebook, and our website for updates, and may God watch over you and your loved ones and keep you in His protection and in good health. Have a great weekend. I'll see you at worship.